Will you take 6 on this? Clothes dryer?
No.
No?
No. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. We just came back from the tag sale and my daughter saw these things and asked me what they were, and I believe this is a black walnut tree, and it's right there. I know it's a black walnut tree. Look how big the fruit is on it. I wonder where the big black walnut tree is though. This is pretty cool. You know, it would be cool. Wrong glasses. Cool. Really nice bureau.
If you like, they'll like it. Give it back to me. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good. Sorry to sneak up on you there.
Is this your tag deal?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. Hi. Gonna get that. Have to check it out.
Okay. Apples. We're gonna get some apples. Take care.
Routed and
Makes these patterns. Yes, on Flea Market Flip they did this.
They wet it and they put battery cables on it.
Are you the guy that was on Flea Market Flip? Because they did it on Flea Market Flip, and they sold their stuff for big bucks.
But they didn't tell you on Flea Market Flip is that this can kill you very easily. So don't.
Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you.
Because
okay.
we actually had a woman come up to us. She was probably in her mid 80s, maybe 90 or so. She's like, "Oh yeah, I want to do this at my house," and I'm like, "What are you thinking? No, you're gonna cook yourself."
Yeah.
What are you going with, an arc welder or something? Or
No, step up transformer from an old microwave. Wow.
It's a death ray.
It follows.
Everything's upcycled, so yeah. Furniture that's broken.
Hey guys, it's Tibbs. I'm going to do a little wrap up of a couple days worth of tag sales, including Friday finds. I made a couple videos of it, but I didn't really particularly care for the footage at all, so I'm going to do a couple days worth, and it includes the Friday finds, some Sunday finds, and Monday I went up to the Granville Oktoberfest fair and just picked up one thing. But anyways, I'll include some of that footage. Actually, you probably already seen it, but most of it just didn't come out too well. So I'm going to start off anyways here. This is the clock I picked up at the Granville fair. It's nothing really special. I just liked it because of the, you know, the looks of it. You know, the angels or whatever they are. It just looks old. It's probably vintage. I'm sure it's not antique, but it just looked cool. And after seeing the postcards that I got, I kind of looked up. You know, vintage postcards, antique postcards, to kind of get an idea of what was good and what wasn't good, and what was popular, what wasn't popular. And I learned about tin photography, and I ended up going to a tag sale. There were antique dealers that were just selling out, and this is what I came across: these 3 tins, and I guess these are bigger than they normally come. I guess doesn't really matter the size as far as I'm concerned, but I think they're really, really neat. This is very popular in the late 1800s and less popular in the 1930s, when it pretty much stopped being practiced. And actually nowadays they're bringing it back. People are learning how to do it and tinkering with it. But at that same tag sale, I got this this gravy dish, which is kind of cool. I forget if this one, it is silver plate. It's quadruple silver plate. This little bowl here is also quadruple silver plate. This one here is silver. Now each one of these cost me $1. I checked this one online, and it actually goes, it's selling for 50 bucks. I know silver isn't like it used to be in the Victorian ages and stuff like that, but, or even, you know, obviously earlier than that too, but it was, you know, just some pretty inexpensive buys. And then we have these what look like wheel's teeth, or imitation wheel's teeth, with the old kind of, I think that's what they're mimicking, but these are made in England, salt and pepper shakers. Those were $5 for the 2 of them. They're pretty cool. They retail about $20 online. These were actually a gift. These hooks, which I think are pretty cool. There might have been some kind of cap that went over the top of them. Maybe not. Maybe there was another hook that actually went on there, but those are free. And then we got this mortar and pedestal, I think it's called. And it's really, really cool stonework. Let's see, put that back. And my brother down in North Carolina was just talking about these, and he ended up getting one as a gift for my sister. And this was only $1, and I just don't see how people don't see the value in certain things at tag sales, but that's what makes it so awesome about these hunts. This here is a very interesting piece. I wish I could remember the name. I just looked it up. But it's very common ceramic company that makes these things. That bowl down there I got at one tag sale. It came from a very prominent section of our area in the Hamden County. And that was $4, $3 or $4, and it was pretty interesting. Dish. It's not something that I obviously would get for myself, other than, you know, I plan on retailing it. I'm gonna have to search it up a little bit more, see what I can find on it. Something very interesting and something I got for free was this this pouch. And inside the pouch, hold on, let me just put you down for a second. Inside the pouch is a 1958 section of cloth that was actually taken, dipped in holy water from, I actually wrote all the information down here. It's Lourdes or whatever. It's famous for its Roman Catholic shrine, 1858, Our Lady of Lourdes, was believed to have repeatedly seen there. And I guess it's millions of people visit this place. It's like in France and Italy. This is actually from Italy. It says it right on it, but must be close, and it's attributed to the water, the healing powers of the water. It says the miraculous cures attributed in the water of the shrine. It's really cool. I seen one online exactly like this, same colored cloth and everything, from the same year. So I don't think this is something they practiced over the years, just maybe in that one particular year. It just seems ironic that mine's 1958 and the one online's 1958, but it just came with this, not the pouch. And they wanted $85 for it. So it was pretty cool. I did pick up 4 more of these pen reels. I had a 209 series, and I picked one more 209 up, and I got 3 of the 309s, which is they were really inexpensive. I got them at a great deal, and I was excited about that. I bundled them all together. So you got one there, you got one there, and one there, and one there. But I also picked up at the same tag sale this famous grouse, finest Scotch whiskey. It's a pour. It's a ceramic pour. The this is like 50 cents. The stopper isn't in the greatest condition, but it is a ceramic piece, and it's different. It's something else. And I do pick up candle dousers. This one was a solid brass one, and this one has like enamel glaze surrounded by like a brass, you know, the brass where they inlaid the enamel. Those were $2 a piece. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. I picked up this this whole thingamajigger for $5. It's got a bunch of various pins and earrings and doodads, and inside it, I'm gonna put this back. inside of it, there's nothing special in there. My daughter went through and grabbed some stuff, but was this really neat whistle. It's brass and it has enamel inlays in it also. I thought that was kind of cool. It's not some cheap plastic thing. But the big find was this Pandora bracelet. Each one of those, including the whole thing's silver, 925. They're all stamped individually 925, and you know that those Pandora is very expensive. I got this toe ring, which is silver, and this Italy medallion, which is also silver, and it's pretty cool. So even though I spent $6 on all that lot, that was hidden in it, and pretty cool. So then we head out over here. I got this chair. It's a single chair. I wish there was two, but nothing too special, but it's a nice sturdy chair. And we have this backgammon set. Now this backgammon set is leather inserts here, and it's felt. It's got like Bakelite part pieces to it. This thing was only $1. And the funny thing is, I mean, this is a really, you know, it's not a cheap box. It's a nice case, and she only charged $1 for it. Well, she had this old clothes hanger, and it was sitting there. It was vintage, antique, but nothing too fancy. And she had $10 on it, and with everything I bought there, I had $6 from the 10 left over. I offered her 6 from the 10, and she goes, "Oh no, thank you for asking, but no." Like, I would be more concerned about getting $10 for the backgammon set than the $6 for the or the $10 that she wanted for the clothes hanger. But that was kind of funny. And I got a couple frames at a different tag sale, hopefully to finally use for these prints. These are definitely 1800s prints. I believe they're 1800 prints, but the artist is very famous and from the 1700s. This table here isn't too fancy. You know, I like the idea of the bookshelf, the book rack on the bottom of it. I have a feeling this is some kind of portable table because it does have you can remove the top. It's almost like it sits on it and then you slide it over and it centers it out. But that was basically free. I bundled some stuff with it. I got a couple of bookcases with it that were very inexpensive, and one was for my grandson, and I have another one. But I got this tin from the 80s, Quaker Oats. I'm not sure if it's a repo or if they still consider it vintage, but I don't know if I consider it. Let's see, 80, 90, 2000. I guess it's an antique at this point. And there's a few other things. Oh, this was like $2. This really cool block plane. I think it was like $3, $3. It's definitely old. Kind of cool. There's not a lot to it, but it's definitely something I like. And I just want to show you this this painting on a saw I did. It's I wish we had better lighting. Very heavy. But it's kind of like a lot of purple, but it's like a brook coming down through some flowers, and I got the saw blades for free, and I had to do something with it, so I decided to paint on it. But it's pretty cool. I like it, and it keeps me busy, keeps me occupied, and it changes things up a little bit. But anyways, thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, if you want to think about subscribing, that would be great. And I appreciate you watching. Like, share, comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye. I almost forgot. There's one more thing too here. There's this water fountain I got at the last tag sale I went to on Sunday. It's a 1976 fountain that came from Hamden Beach, New Hampshire. And it's a boy, you know, climbing up the fountain and to get a drink of water. And that was $10. They're online. I've seen one, you know, they're listed at $185. So for the $10 investment, that's pretty good. It did have a couple issues. It had a little nick out over here. And right above his eye was a ding that I just filled in with cement, and I just kind of touched up the base a little bit with some cement. There was a ding over here, so you know, once that cures and hardens, you know, I'll mix some white and black paint and get the grayish color and just touch it up a little bit. There's not really a lot that I have to do to make it, you know, back to its vintage look, antique look. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that in before I forgot. Later, guys.